Wow, it has been lighting up here on Self-Publishing with Dale, and I'm always super excited to bring on new guests. And boy, I've been bringing in just really awesome people. But today's guest is very interesting in that he started his whole writing career at the ripe young age of 11 years old and really broke ground when he was 14. We're going to talk to Marc Guberti in today's broadcast, so make sure that you stay tuned. This is Self-Publishing with Dale. I'm a best-selling author as well as self-publishing advocate that wants to show you how to publish books that sell. And if you want to learn more about that, make sure that you hit that little subscribe button and turn the bell notifications on so that way you don't miss a single one of these videos and these live broadcasts every Saturday at 12 p.m. I do want to give a big thank you to our sponsor of this channel, Kotobee. Kotobee Author is an ebook authoring software to help you export your books in different formats, including but not limited to branded apps. That's right, you can turn your book into a freaking app. It also allows you to add interactive content inside your ebooks, such as self-assessment questions, widgets, videos, and more. They do have a free version for you. That's pretty friggin' cool if you don't mind me saying so. Kotobee also helps with other areas in self-publishing, such as hosting your ebook for you and controlling user access. Kotobee also provides custom services in case you need any ebook services done for you, such as illustrations, animations, special interactivity, and so much more. For more details, visit my affiliate link over at dalelinks.com/Kotobee. That's spelled Kotobee. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and kick things off here. A good friend of mine and actually two-time guest of Self-Publishing with Dale, Marc Guberti. Now, if you don't know who Marc Guberti is, that's MarcGuberti.com. Go check him out because this guy started at a very young age and he went on to become a speaker, motivational speaker, a business coach. Yeah, look at this guy. He's a freaking business coach. And also a best-selling author, not just on Amazon. We're talking USA Today and Wall Street Journal. So he's the bee's knees. He's the real deal. Marc Guberti, how you feeling today, man?
Dale, I'm pumped and looking forward to all this awesomeness we're going to provide.
You know, I tell you, should we spoil it? Should we spoil it? Should we tell everybody what's going on? What's up?
Yeah. So pretty much what's going on. Dale and I, we've got a really epic collab going on, and we're just looking to provide you guys with a lot of value. So this live and a lot of other videos are going to be really awesome.
Yeah, so we're going to make it real quick today, folks. Real quick. So I'm going to say what's up to everybody in the live chat. Just let you know we're going to get to you if we can. I've got a few questions I want to load Marc up with here. So that way we can kind of keep things on track, because directly after at 12:15, you're going to click the link that's in the pinned comment down below and go on over there. Or if you're live in the chat right now, I'm going to go ahead and drop that link right now to the premiere that we're going to have of this, because he's going to be dropping some 411. And when somebody is doing best selling across all of those platforms, you better listen. So Marc, all right, so I'm going to make it super simple here for you today. Some of the questions, I had some laid out for you, but let's talk about this. Like, you started at 11 years old, like, give me kind of the Reader's Digest summary of what the heck drove you at 11 years old to start a blog and then get into self-publishing when you were 14.
So I'm a Red Sox fan who lives in New York. So naturally, there's not going to be that many Red Sox fans in New York for me to talk with. So I decided to start a blog about the Boston Red Sox. That became my entrance into blogging, into content creation that evolved into content marketing, that evolved into all of the books that I've written, including the one that did hit USA Today, Wall Street Journal bestsellers lists. But it really just started from that point, and just a curiosity to continue to explore, continue to provide value as well.
It's nuts. You are a very humble person. And by the way, what the heck, man? Where's your energy, enthusiasm? I'm not used to this like low-key version of Marc.
All right, we got to up it up now. It's gonna happen.
Gotta turn it up. Gotta turn it up.
There we go.
There we go. Yeah, we're getting each other hyped up. We're gonna bro each other out here. So, how many books have you published to date?
To date, I've done 26 books. I'm doing a book every 2 weeks now. I'm a little behind on that so far, but we are moving back towards that pace. So that's going to be the next thing that I head towards. And that doesn't include no content because, those you just crank out a lot more. But that's what
Yeah.
I'm doing, a book every 2 weeks.
Man, dude, you are certifiably insane. Yeah, I just want to say kudos to you, but you obviously have a system down. You're able to follow through with it. If somebody were to want to keep up at that pace, what would you recommend to them?
I would recommend, it's not for everyone because my books are shorter. My books are like
Yeah.
18 to 20,000 words. If you're
Okay.
writing novels that are like 60,000 words, I don't see you coming out with a book every 2 weeks. Although, if it is something you really want to do, it can be possible. I write at least 1,000 words every day. Sometimes it's 2,000, sometimes it's 3,000. But by writing 1,000 words per day, I have a book done at the very worst within 20 days.
Wow. I'm telling you, man. This is really good stuff. All right, so I'm going to burn through some of these because I see some people in chat want to ask you some questions. So, what opportunities have your books afforded you so far? I mean, man, you've been at this for a while. I know you and I have loosely known each other for the past few years.
I mean, the books, they've allowed me to get on more stages. I write books based on what topics I want to speak about now. So,
Yeah.
one of my books, YouTube Decoded, I want to talk about that topic. So, I wrote a book on that topic. So, the books allow me to speak on different areas and become an expert. They also help me with sales, with getting clients, and just that authority recognition is really huge for anyone who becomes an author.
Nice, nice. So, can somebody do the same thing if they're a fiction author?
I'd say I've heard a lot about, because fiction authors have that different path. What I will say is that for fiction authors, you have to think more creatively. But if you do, these same kind of opportunities are available. So let's say you write a book that's like thriller or like some fiction topic, but think about what are the themes that you're hitting on in your book. So maybe you're like love is like a big theme, and you could frame that in like some kind of relationship way. So with fiction, but like with nonfiction, it's more black and white, like, oh, a book on YouTube, I speak on YouTube. But for a fiction author, it is possible. You just have to think a little more about what are some of the key things you're hitting on in your books and what kind of audience would want those key themes.
Nice, nice. Good advice. I'm just going to ask you a personal question. How do you get so many speaking engagements? How is that? Is that easy, or is that kind of a hard thing, or is it just fall into your lap?
It's a mix of a lot of outreach. I use LinkedIn. I interview people for my podcast, a lot of event organizers and speakers. So that's a lot of relationships. You interview speakers, you see where they speak at, and then, oh, I could reach out to that person for their next event. So it is follow up like that. But then, as you get more of the stuff, as you build your network, some of the opportunities do fall into your lap.
That's so cool. I I would love to share your story of how you got into podcasting, but you know what I'm going to do actually is we're going to keep people like holding off, like, because the podcasting story is just amazing. And this was actually on the previous interview, and it was kind of a private video. So channel memberships just open up on this channel. So this is what I'm going to do is after we're done with this interview today, this coming week, I'll go ahead and release that to all channel members that are here. So if you guys want more information, go hit the join down below. I want to talk to you about what is your ultimate mission, because I'm going to tell you, I've called you certifiably insane, and this further proves it.
I want to impact all the young people to basically show them age is not a limit to success. That has been my big message from day one. And I think that there are too many people who think they need to get a college degree to pursue their career. This isn't a, like, is college worth it or not? That's not what I'm saying. I graduated college. I'm a finance major because that just helps with what I'm doing. But you can start now with your dreams, with what you love, instead of like, you need 20 years of business experience. You're too young, go learn your stuff, and then you can teach online and videos. So that's what I'm all about.
You had a number though one time. I remember.
Yeah.
Has that number fallen off? That's everything else wasn't certifiably insane. I just want to just say that for the record. Wasn't there a number that you wanted to hit?
The number was 1 billion people who I want to impact, and I mean, it's one of those things where, as long as I'm able to impact a ton of people in my life, like it's hard to quantify that number. Sure, I don't want that, because there's a mix of, you want to set really big goals for yourself that you know that won't stress you out too much. Like, but don't stress, far more control. For instance, I recently changed the cover of my book, The Wealthy Author. That's something you can't really do as much if you have a traditional publisher, but being able to make those types of changes, being able to get 70% of your book instead of like a measly 5 or 10%, depending on the contract you sign. I just love the flexibility in the business model.
Excellent, excellent. Before we jump into any of the other questions, sorry folks, we had a little bit of internet wonkiness there, so just hang in there. You will be able to see everything. He's aged what, a few months? I know when I first met you, I thought you were 13 years old. You've definitely like matured since we had first met. If you don't mind me asking, how old are you now?
I am 22 right now.
22, man. Yeah, 22. This guy, I tell you, man, he kicks butt and takes names. So I want to let everybody know too that we are going to be doing a video premiere directly after this. So I'm going to drop the link inside the chat, and if you're watching this on the replay, go down into the comments and click the link that I have there in the pinned comments. And right afterwards, when we watch the premiere, we're going to go over to his channel and watch the second part. There's 2 parts in it, and we had a lot of fun doing this. And believe it or not, when did we start this? Back like August last year?
Yeah, this was several months in the making to get to this moment, provide you guys with all this value.
Yeah, these are really, it's really good stuff. Okay, so I'm scrolling through here, and I thought I saw someone said leave some time for some questions. If you've got questions, please drop them on in here. Marc is receptive, and of course, he's going to be inside the premieres with me. All right, do you market your own books?
I market my own books to my email list through Facebook to, build up hype. And I also do reach out to other authors and ask them, like, I promote their book, they promote my book. So those types of collaborations. I do feel like with self-publishing, like Amazon ads eventually just has to be the direction, because Amazon ads does make the sales more scalable, and you could really set that system up very well with enough practice.
Nice, good. Now I don't want to give too much away, because I know that you've given some pretty good strategies in the actual video here. Questions, concerns, comments, obviously drop them on in here. This is for Marc, and keep in mind, folks, we'll be back in the regular scheduled program next Saturday, where we'll be covering the niches. So yeah, someone said, I thought I missed it. I think it's just something with my internet. No, my internet, I started getting drop frames here on OBS. Marc is completely oblivious to anything going on. I have
no idea.
He has no idea. He's just kind of, going with it and such. So definitely really, really awesome. So as we start to kind of wrap up into our last 2 minutes here going into things, what are you working on right now besides your next book that's released, going to be done in the next 2 weeks?
Yeah, other than that, the next things that I'm working on are my YouTube channel, just to grow that. I mean, I love what Dale has done with his community, and just to have that type of impact. And YouTube is definitely a platform I'm taking seriously in 2020, and just doing more virtual summits as well.
Yeah, actually, I'm part of one of your virtual summits. Some time ago we did, wasn't it it was an author summit, wasn't it?
Yeah, Wealthy Author Summit.
Wealthy Author Summit. See, I almost forgot altogether. How can people get a hold of you?
If you just want to chat, and Marc at marcguberti.com is my email. You could also join me on YouTube as well. That's going to be where the second premiere video is going to drop. But I'd say those are just some good ways to build the conversation.
Okay, good stuff. I've got one last question. We got 2 questions coming in here. We're going to have to start to wrap up, folks, because we're going to head over to the premiere. Again, check inside there. You can open it up inside a separate window. We're going to jump on over to the premiere. Horse Life asked, how much is reasonable to make for one book, I think is what he was getting ready to say, but he retracted his message. So
I would say that it just depends on the book. I mean, I know that's not the answer that people want to hear all the time, but like the way, like some people, they do a signature book and it makes thousands of dollars each month on launch and then fades away. Other people, they just build up a book to like maybe a few $100s each month consistently, run Amazon ads for it. And it depends on what your platform is, how you market your books, and what you do to scale the sales over time.
Awesome. Very good. Nancy Guberti said, how about mentioning your 501c3 nonprofit for underprivileged kids? Make sure you plug that real quick, and we're going to start to wrap up, folks, so we can head over to the premiere.
Yeah, so pretty much what we do is we help young budding entrepreneurs to figure out how can they tap into their business ideas, how can they take their dreams and turn them into real life. We talk about, how to promote themselves, how to build confidence, and a bunch of different things in that program.
Good stuff. All right. Well, hey, Marc, dude, this has been a blast. Let's go to the premiere right now. Don't you leave, because you and I are going to be jib-jabbing behind the scenes. So, all right, folks, thank you very much for tuning in. Click that link inside the pinned comment below. And of course, it's over there inside the live replay. I will see you in the